I'd like to
Caitlin,
thank you for joining me today. I love your content, so I'm super excited to have you on.
thanks.
Of
I'm
course,
thrilled.
and so for the first part, can you please explain a little bit about yourself for those who don't know who you are?
Yeah, totally. My name's Connor. I live in New Jersey, Jersey boy. And the type of content I make is I do a lot of like sketch comedy, primarily on TikTok. Started doing it around COVID for fun, and then last year I sort of was like, let me try doing this every day. And I have this little character I do that's called Worst Person You Know. So it's kind of just like an annoying negative character that I do, but hopefully it brings some laughs.
Yeah. And so speaking of the worst person, how did you come up with making these types of this type of content for the public?
Yeah, I'm an actor myself, and the videos sort of started with me, I guess, poking fun at the different type of personalities you meet doing theater. So I had one that was like worst person you know in a dance call, and I had just gone to a dance call, which is like a dance audition for a show, and just kind of people being a bit difficult or trying to impress the choreographer, and like fake laughs and little silly things. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this, I feel like this happens all the time, and no one really maybe makes things about it. So I was like, let me just try. And like, it was almost my own therapy of just getting to kind of make fun of it myself. Hope, in a lighthearted way. And I did that, and then that kind of took off. So I was like, well, let me try doing this. And I did it with theater and a bunch of things. It's kind of nice because I can do it within a lot of different situations and scenarios. And so yeah, that's what I
That's
do.
awesome. And so when making a new video, what's your process into doing it?
Ooh, that's a great question. I typically don't write anything. I just kind of improv, like just sort of make it up in front of the camera. And I try to film for only like 5 minutes of doing that. Sometimes I go up to 10, which is hard because then I have to edit it all down. And that sounds like it would be very simple, but it shockingly takes me
Yeah.
like hours to bring it down and make different cuts. So I sort of like don't have all the jokes mapped out. And as I'm editing, I'm like, oh, if I move that here, that helps that joke. So it's all just kind of fun improv.
That's awesome. And so what got you into the theater community when you were younger?
Ooh, so I did theater my whole life. My older sister actually had started taking class at this place called Annie's Playhouse in New Jersey, and she was teaching there as well. And I did the very first summer camp they ever had, and that was probably when I was like 7, I think. Um, and so I just kept doing that. I loved it so much. I did that all the time, and now I actually teach part-time at Annie's Playhouse as well. So it's just like been the local thing I always did. I never did sports, but I always did theater.
That's awesome. And so, let me just pull. Currently on Broadway, what is one show you're wanting to see in this next season?
I really want to see Death Becomes Her. I haven't seen it yet, and I know it's there and I should just go see it, but I love everything about that story and the actors in it and the writing team, like genius. I also
That
want to
was
see
one that actually
Crazy.
opened in Chicago too, which was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And are you in Chicago?
yeah, I'm based in Chicago, in the
Did you see it
Chicagoland
there?
area. I wasn't able to see it, but I've heard some like definitely legal audio clip.
Yes, good. Some slime
So,
girls.
oh yeah, yeah. And so what advice would you give to your younger self?
Oh, just to enjoy. I think life is really about enjoying. Whatever we can do to prioritize just enjoying and being gentle with each other and kind is most important, and just not to stress about the future and stress about auditions and things. Just enjoy.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, what advice, following along that, what advice would you give to other people who would like to pursue theater or content creating as a career?
Hmm. I would remind them that it's not terribly stable. It can kind of be like hit or miss or a good month and a bad month. But what I really like about content creation is it feels like for a long time as an actor, I would have a part-time job that could work with acting. So it'd be like, okay, this job is fine because if I have to quit it last minute, I kind of can. But with content creation, like that was like I worked at a gym front desk, and so it was kind of like, oh, it's fine. They have people to replace me. But with content creation, it feels like an adjacent career, like I'm doing both at the same time. So it's very helpful to have something remote like that. So I think like if you're going to pursue theater, and I would tell anyone that wants to do it because it's really fun, but it's really important to prioritize having some steady income. So if that's an adjacent job like content creation, or I don't know, it could be anything, something that you can actually do at the same time and you don't have to totally give up when you go do a show. That's what I would kind of suggest people think about and plan for. It's hard though.
That's great. And so, as a content creator, what is the hardest part and what is the best part about being a content creator?
Oh, I think the best part is getting to meet all the people that do it as well. Everyone's so nice. Like I've met a bunch of people that I follow and love, or like we've just connected online. I feel like everyone's very open to helping each other out and wanting to collab. And the most difficult part is just like sometimes I feel lazy and I don't want to edit my videos, but I know I should. It's hard.
And so how long does one video take you and what is the process into editing?
Sometimes it's really fast. Sometimes I literally film maybe for like get 5 minutes of footage and that takes like 15 minutes of stopping and starting. And then I edit it like in 30 minutes to an hour. That's like the absolute fastest. Often though, I kind of like edit it for a couple hours and then give up because I've watched it too many times, so I don't think it's funny anymore. And then I go back to it like the next day. So sometimes it takes like weeks for me to really finish a video. Not that it's very hard. It just sometimes I just feel like I'm not in a funny mood or creative mood, so I can't think of what to do with it. But yeah, once I film it, it's just slicing it around and moving little bits and recording, the other voices. Sometimes there's like other voices in the video.
Yeah. And so what advice would you have for someone trying to audition for shows in regional or in other community theater or Broadway?
Yeah. I one time saw, I don't actually think she's who said this originally, but there was an Audra McDonald tweeted this out one time when I was in college. And maybe people have heard it before, but tell yourself that you're the solution to the casting team's problem. So it's just kind of like shoulders back, chin up, and like they're having trouble casting this, and I'm going to be the perfect option. Just you go in nice and confident, nice and strong, being yourself, and not sort of worried about what they think of you. Just sort of being like, yeah, it's perfect, perfect fit.
That's awesome. And so as an actor, who are some of your biggest inspirations in the theater world and why?
Ooh, my biggest inspirations in the theater world. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Honestly, I went to this school called Pace University in New York, and there's so many talented people that I met at that school, and I'm sure at any school I would have gone to. And I studied musical theater there. And like there are phenomenal, beyond out of this world performers, um, that work professionally and are very famous that I love. But honestly, like it's shocking how many talented people there are that also just haven't had their chance. Like I have so many friends that I'm blown away by, and they just haven't had the, whatever it might be, the luck or the right opportunity to come through. So that's kind of what inspires me the most, is seeing all these people that are so stellar and maybe haven't had their big break, but keep going. That's always very inspiring to me.
That's awesome. And so towards the end of making a new video, do you ever get like ideas and have to refilm them?
Yeah, sometimes. I actually think sometimes I don't want to, and I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just post this. But it actually is always worth it. Sometimes I'll make a whole video and then be like, okay, now that I know what it is, I think I'll just do it again because I can just do exactly what I want now. Um, but it's great because it's not live, it's just videos. I can also just like re-record one little part and one joke, so it's good.
That's awesome. And so we're gonna play a little quiz. But I like to do like guess the lyrics or guess the lines. But today I have a list of your videos mixed in with other people's videos. And so we're gonna do a little guess whether it's your video or not.
No way. You are the coolest ever. I can't believe you did that. That's so nice.
So this one, the title is "The Worst Person Stage Door for the First Time."
I don't think I did that.
Are you sure?
Oh, maybe I did. I do that? That's me?
No, you did not know.
Okay. I should. That's a good idea, though.
Uh, the worst person you know doesn't get the lead.
That I've done. I'm
Yes.
about to do another one of those, actually.
And the next one, uh, the worst person you know sees the first Broadway show.
No, I don't think I've done that.
You're correct.
These are good ideas, though. Oh my gosh.
Uh, the worst person you know gives you directions.
I think I did.
You have done it, yes.
I have. Okay, I know I have something. I had some joke with the direction, but I wasn't sure if that was the video.
Uh, the worst person you know, what is it? The worst person you know during rehearsal.
Yes, I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm nailing it.
The worst person you know goes live on Instagram for the first time.
I don't think so.
You have not, no.
I'm not. Okay.
But you have done something similar with the worst person you know promotes their solo show.
Oh my gosh. You're right. Oh my gosh. Wow.
So, the worst person you know just became a Twitch streamer.
Yes, I did do that
You did
one.
do that, yes. The worst person you know saw a show, saw a Broadway show.
Yeah. No?
You did. That was a
I
while
did?
ago. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
The worst person you know auditions for the first time.
No, I don't think so.
You are correct. There's one that's close called the worst person you know did the first self tape.
Oh, nice. Yep.
So close, but not exactly.
Okay.
The worst person you know sees someone get cut from an audition.
Yes.
Actually, you did not.
Oh my gosh. That's a good idea. I should.
And then the final one is the worst person you know orders food.
I think I've done that one,
You have
yes.
done that one, yes.
Nice. I think I got like maybe, I think I was in maybe 90%.
You were
A,
90%, yeah.
yeah, yeah, A minus. I'll take it.
Yeah, there were a couple close ones with like the solo show, like promoting the solo show.
Right.
So
I
following the line, yeah.
These are I should have written those down. Those are good
And
ideas.
speaking of the solo show, there was that one you made that you posted like right after I messaged you about live streaming, and then you posted going, "Oh, by the way, no about all the allegations. I am doing the live stream." Like that came out suspiciously close to when I DM'd you about live streaming.
Yes, it was very suspiciously close. You
Well,
gave
that's the interview today. Thank you for joining me.
Yes, this is so cool that you do this. This is
Thank
an
you.
incredible setup you have.